Alright guys, thanks again for coming back here to Redneck City Slicker Builds YouTube page here. Just wanted to give you guys an update of what I've been doing to the Tracta-Cooler. I've gotten actually a little bit of work done to it. Not as much as I would like for the time frame that I've been working on it and since I posted my last video. So let me give you a quick shot here of what's been going on. So as you can see here, I've got it pretty much mocked up. I got the swing arm in it, the cooler, got the new engine. As you can see, I'm upgrading to a Briggs 12.5 horsepower. I figured I'm going to need a little bit more horsepower for how big this thing's going to be, and just to make sure it's going to have no problems pushing it since it's going to be so heavy. So give me a second here. I'm going to take the cooler off and you guys can see all the fun parts that I've been working on. Okay guys, as you can see here, I've got the cooler off here. I just want to do a quick shout out here. Shout out to Chris over at Sprocket's Garage. He's been helping me out a lot, figuring out the pulley ratios and sprocket ratios I need on this thing, and of course answering a whole bunch of other questions I've had. So big shout out to Chris over at Sprocket's Garage on Facebook and on YouTube. So thank you again for all the help you've been helping me out with. So let's get down to the nitty gritty and I'll show you guys what I have been doing. So here's the swing arm here. And as you can see, I don't have the shocks mounted. I just wanted to mock it up for you guys to give you an idea of what everything is going to look like. I do plan on putting a tab here on the frame and a tab on the side here, so it's in fashion just like the front. I still have a little bit of work to do on the front. So once I get the shocks where everything needs to line up, then I can put my cross member in here, because as you can see, let me scoot back here a little bit. The cross member is going to need to be cut at an angle, as the swing arm is going to have a little bit of an angle to it in a V shape. Glad that that's working, because I believe that's going to help it be a little bit more stable and stronger and not get as much axle sag out of it. As you can see here, I'm going to be running a 6-inch pulley on the bottom of the Briggs & Stratton to the Peerless 700, which will be running a 5-inch, 5 speeds forward, 1 reverse. Just so you guys know, as you can see here, this is my clearance I'm going to have with the chain. With how stiff this suspension is going to be, I don't think it's going to be an issue with it not being exactly in line, because the only time this should sag is with weight on it, like if I have the cooler full. Here's some brackets I fabbed up. I had ordered these 1-inch bearings from BMI, and then axle hangers here. So I welded them onto another piece of 1/8 inch, and then I'm using 1-inch pillow block bearings here as my pivot point. Not going to be moving that much, so I think that should be a fine pivot point. And of course got pillow blocks on the bottom down here. So all in all, I'm having some fun getting this thing rocking and rolling. Hopefully it'll be moving under its own power here soon. Thanks again for watching another episode. Please stay tuned, as I have a whole bunch of fun-filled surprises coming for you guys with this build. I've got some parts showing up that are going to be pretty neat and making it pretty unique to itself that nobody else should have in the build contest. So hit like, subscribe, and check us out on Facebook under City Slicker Builds, and also check out Sprocket's Garage on YouTube and on Facebook under Sprocket's Garage. Thanks again. Bye.